would say the VTubing space is really one of the more interesting ones because from a viewer perspective, it always seems like things are fine and dandy, but the more you peel back and you go underneath the surface, you realize how truly fucked up VTubing is. Where...
What's up, everybody? Celtic Scarecrow here. Back whenever you get those 10s and 20 views. Welcome back to Celtic Scarecrow Reacts. You know, the reaction channel, because, you know, for some reason, you find people rather see me react to other people's content than make my own. It happens. I'm okay with it. If it helps me grow, it is what it is. So, I am breaking my golden rule because it is interesting. Let's just say this. We are reacting to how a single tweet might have destroyed this VTuber's career. It says Sinder's drama explained. Now, if you don't know who Sinder is, don't worry, neither do I. But I am trying to break slightly into that VTube sphere. I do VTubing on the Twitch while I'm gaming, so that way I don't need this bright ass ring light. I might not even need, sometimes I don't even need my backlight. So I can play in the dark and relax and not have a bright ass light in my face the entire time. Especially now that we're getting close to summer. And then this room turns into an oven. I don't need to be like melting. So I'm doing VTubing there. So I'm trying to break into that VTuber sphere. And ooh, like every VTuber is kind of talking about this. So it's kind of, hey, happy I'm in my own little weird circle. But yes, this is by Tectone. This is a long one. And there's a part 3, technically. And I think maybe even a part 4. So, part 1 and part 2 will be dropped today. Part 3 will be tomorrow. Oh, dear God. It looks like it's gotten worse. Holy crap. Holy crap. Like, today's video is an hour and 40 long video that I'm reacting to, that I'm breaking into 2 parts. And I'm using just TechCon's own thing. And then it's the Sinder situation gets even crazier. That's part 3. Part 4 apparently is worst VTuber apology ever, question mark. This apology was not accepted. So that's part 5. Part 6 is Shy Lily and Bao, who I do know Bao well. I don't know her. I would like to know her. She seems like a cool person. Forced into tears after the Cinder's controversy. Part 6 is Cinder World is collapsing. Holy crap. So I'll do part 1, part 2. I'll do part 3. And then I'll see how that responds. Because I do also have down the pipeline for this week reacting to the top 10 Siscon Fuwawa moments. Never mind. That was all to work. But I do have Mel Kiper's worst draft takes from 3 years ago. Because, oh God, is he having a meltdown about the whole Shador Sanders thing. But let me throw on the headphones so I don't have the bandana on. So the headphone should keep the hair, back. You see that I'm not some bald bastard. Like I said, this is part 1 of a drama. Which I should rename on the bottom bar, which I had to change so I can get more in there. Cinder drama part 1. So here's that. That's his logo. Of course, the link to the original video is going to be in the description so you can check it out. Ooh, okay. What am I in for? Take it away, good sir. Oh, wait, first thing first. Crank up his
So, ladies and gentlemen,
I do like how he blocked out his chat. Good call. The chat might say something weird.
Seems we have a major controversy in the VTubing space And the reason why I really wanted to throw my hat.
Oh, he's a nerd. I can tell. Look at the background. Look at the background. He has a creeper. That's all manga.
Hat into the ring is because everybody who's currently involved in this drama, this debacle, I have had personal and professional experience with every single one.
Holy shit.
I would say the VTubing space is really one of the more interesting ones because from a viewer perspective, it always seems like things are fine and dandy, but the more you peel back and you go underneath the surface, you realize how truly fucked up VTubing is. Where,
sir, I'm getting into it for fun and the fact that I don't want to stare at a giant circle as I play video games for multiple hours.
everything in front of you is more so a show put on rather than actuality. VTubing is a space where if someone has drama, every single other VTuber will be so quick to cut connections, throw you underneath a fucking bus, burn a bridge, and call it a fucking day. With
This is why when as I'm trying to grow here and on Twitch, I'm keeping my eye out for other people who seem like-minded, and then try to create what the boys have, the YouTube channel, where it's like, hey, we are more over friends. We want to see everybody drive, get better, make more money, so we all live nice, happy, healthy lives. That's why I think the whole V2 studio bullshit or agency thing is just bullshit. I'd rather just make a couple of cool friends that I want to play video games with for hours as a group, then we can all peel off and do our own thing. Like, the one person I keep bringing up is that one person I watch. She's way higher up on me as an YouTuber, Ember Proxy. It's like, she does more reactions and stuff like that on her thing, where I do a lot of sports stuff on mine. So it's like, hey, cool, I'm going to go do a sports video. You go do your reactions. High five. Let's go. Versus those agencies like, come in, work with us. You know, follow our strict guidelines. It's just, no.
without even asking you for your side. I've seen a lot of people get wrong to the VTubing industry, as well as myself. 2 VTubers put a hate campaign behind the scenes on me, and I'll be real, and I mean this with no exaggeration whatsoever.
I'm going to put out a warning right now. My man's here probably going to start fucking cursing. This situation, as from what I slightly understand, is extremely fucked up. So, that's your motherfucking warning.
There was one VTuber who reached out to me. One. A singular one. To get my side. Which I feel like is fucking ridiculous. But at the end of the day...
Sir, I don't know what you went through, and I apologize. As a, not really a professional VTuber, people suck.
Business is business, and I understand that a lot of people are so quick to cut off anything that could cause them flack on their career. It's fun.
I'm gonna bring this up now. Hold on. I gotta go back to big screen. What he just said right there is so true, and it makes this situation. And I'm gonna call it out right now because I don't freaking care. And I was not part of this V2 drama. Go to the Unsubscribe podcast page. Go click on their last little video. Angry Cops, aka Rich Hyde, a active SVU police detective, a Army Reserve drill sergeant, called out the city of Buffalo's like schooling system, school district, because they're not reporting stuff to their parents. And I mean like messed up, like 2 kids were almost kidnapped from the school. They did not tell their parents. Another girl was reporting that her gang member father was beating her, and they said she lied. Apparently, a couple of students may or may not had a consensual orgy on school property, and the one girl seemed to not was not a willing participant, and the principal said she was a liar, and they brushed it on a rug. So yeah, if people can burn bridges to get away, it's already a smear campaign. Like, you can go online, you can see how like the news anchors, instead of covering the fact that this cop is risking his whole professional career, they go after him because, you know, a couple of incidents online. So yeah, it's bullshit.
Fucked up. It is what it is. I think VTubing is the hardest industry to make true friendships in, because I promise you, the moment anything can negatively affect somebody's career, they're going to burn a bridge entirely quickly. So
Hence why I want to do my due diligence. Also, I need to be able to bring something to the surface, and that's why I'm also the people that I would want to talk to and hang out with do the best way I can describe it, the pepper box people's content.
I wanted to see is Sinder, and she might very well be a piece of shit. I'm just saying because I've wrong doesn't mean that somebody else is being wrong. Cinder might actually be a piece of shit, but I will say this. Out of all experience that I've had with Cinder, professionally and in person, been nothing but great. I think some of the best VTubers in the space that I've met so far, from what I know, are probably Aethel, Nanners, Shy Lily, Camilla.
Shy Lily is one of those ones that I mentioned is going to probably be in this giant reaction part series. I know nobody. I am a man on an island, so that's the thing.
And honestly, Cinder was up there, to be completely honest. I think there's a lot of good people. Oh, also, Buff Pup's also amazing. There's a lot of good people in the VTubing space, but it's very tricky, and I think a lot of misunderstandings can end someone's career. So before I do like one of these other VTubers where they immediately jump on the fucking witch hunt and immediately comment their stance before reading everything.
This is also why I'm doing this reaction. I know nothing about the actual VTube spacing. I watch a few people. I started doing it because, like I said, I didn't want the ring light. So let me go to a guy who's trying to explain everything. I'd rather hear it.
This will be a two-part video. I'm going to make that first and foremost. If you want to see the second part, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
This is, oh god, dude, this is an hour and 40 minutes. This is part one. I was being sarcastic with my massive parts.
We are going to read everybody's experience with Cinder, and then we're going to do a follow-up video once Cinder puts out her response. If that response is met with backlash, I will go over that, and that will be the end of this. But I feel like far too many people formulate their opinions without reading every single angle, and right now I'm letting you know, even if you watch this whole video, you don't know the whole truth.
I'm liking this man. I'm liking this man already. He seems to be a same branded idiot that I am. So, yeah, I respect this guy so far. And this is why I clicked this video. I searched a few of them because I kept seeing the drama pop up. Because I always have to put in #VTube when I go live on Twitch. Which I should be tonight. 8 o'clock. On Twitch. Tell the Scarecrow. Go check it out. But, yeah, I'd rather hear the whole story before judging.
What are these coffee concentrates, and why?
God damn it. I knew there was an ad coming. I would have just did a little rant during the ad.
There's three sides to every story. Person A's perspective, person B's perspective, and then there's the truth.
I think there's one of three. Because there's person A, there's person B, what seems to be the most logical, and then there's what seems to be the most emotionally correct. And then also there's going to be person C, D, E, and F.
And our objective here today is to get the closest to the truth as humanly possible. I feel like a lot of people get a bad rep for no reason due to people just not wanting to do their due diligence, and I will today be doing my due diligence. So let's read absolutely everything. Let's get informed as much as we possibly can, and then we will go ahead and continue on from there. So,
the right way. Hey, instead of just jumping on the train to a situation you know nothing about, let me learn more about it.
The first post was put out by Sinder, obviously in response to Nanolus, which is, hello, I'm here to share something that's affected me personally and hurt others. This was very hard to me, but I feel it is necessary. Please do not send hate to anyone on my behalf. This is all I want to say.
Hey, that's a respectable way of doing it. Hey, here's something that happened to me. This is my side of the story. Don't be dicks on the internet.
By the way, someone saying, please do not send hate to anyone on my behalf is the biggest load of bullshit of all time.
True.
This is going to happen no matter what you say. Now, you can tie it up in a nice...
No, you can say... I think you put out there that please do not hate, harass anybody on my behalf. I will say this from me personally. If you want to be mean, not like in a super bad way, but you want to be like mean to Flyers fans, go for it. No, but it's like, you don't be mean to people on the internet. That's half the issue with the internet. Which is funny because all the trolling I'm doing about the Sinder thing, I'm not getting that much backlash. Oh,
nice little
Are you a hockey fan as well, good sir? Oh my god, I think you and I might actually. I'm loving his what's happening right now. Golden Knights versus the Wild, hockey playoffs. Love hockey. Montez, is that Montez Ford, Meltzer, and Chelsea Green. Are you a hockey and wrestling fan, good sir? I'm liking this guy more and more.
bow and try to act like you don't want harm to go on anybody, but you know exactly what you're doing. This never does anything, and this is another bullshit thing that creators say where they're just trying to look good in a situation. Just edit this out. You know what's going to happen.
I think that's more not to look good, but to cover their ass, because you put something up that's going to bring a lot of heat and controversy, and you don't say that, that's where I think you're going to have a problem.
Happen regardless. It will happen regardless, so stop acting like you're better than this. And Sinder says, effective immediately, Redacted will no longer be managing or overseeing my VTuber activities. He is no longer represents me as a creator, my brand, or my intentions. I'm sorry, everyone, I'll make a larger response when I'm able. Now, Redacted is Cinder's manager / alleged boyfriend at the time, who is seen doing some quote-unquote allegedly, by the way, I want to remind
He needs this button.
Allegedly.
I have a whole button for that.
what the word allegedly means in 2025.
Allegedly.
The real definition of allegedly is there are things that are said have been done. However, we don't know the full context. We don't have full proof. As of
It's like the Letterkenny, where that clip's coming from. Apparently, two guys, the Ginger and Boots, may have banged an ostrich.
Allegedly.
No one knows if it's true or not. So it's a way to say, like, hey, allegedly this happened. You're not saying it as a fact of statement. So it's a good statement to say, like, hey, allegedly this happened, so this is what my opinion on it. It's the whole Pat McAfee with Brett Favre.
yet, we're going to see what concrete information have been brought. Every screenshot tells 1,000 words. However, the context of the screenshot could tell more. We can only see what we have, and the bigger the
Did you know that our food
See, I'm going to pause when I get back over on here. Kind of what he's doing now is the same thing I was doing, like, please do not send hate on my behalf. He's covering his ass on everything. So he doesn't want to get, try not to get sued. Bro isn't getting sued. Bro's trying not to get sued. Yeah, his chat on the side, I know you probably can't see it, is the whole thing. You have to kind of play this word vomit garbage to not get sucked into a lawsuit.
can go, the more it can capture the whole details of the situation. So, this response is obviously an analyst saying that Cinder's manager / boyfriend is a piece of shit. Great. And we have some other people's perspectives as well.
God. You know it's bad when he has a ton of tabs open?
That we're going to go into after.
One is apparently playing music. There's times where the guy was trying to do the why is Shador Sanderson open? I like 12 tabs ready to go.
To reading all of Nano's information here. So Nano says, I wanted to share my experience with Sinder and Ren manipulating me, using me and dragging me into drama while sabotaging, slandering, and spreading lies about people who I thought were her closest friends. Not only do I no longer wish to work with Sinder, but I want to share what I've endured over the years and shed light on what she's been doing behind people's back to protect artists and friends that may be experiencing something similar. I struggled a lot with writing this document. I wasn't sure what I felt and what I experienced working was real or just burnout. But I think this proves that I was lied and manipulated over the years while working with Sinder.
See, that is a very big plausibility. If you are working with somebody for a long period of time and you're just like, I don't want to deal with you anymore, it could all start looking negative.
Note, based on working with Redacted, Red, Cinder's manager, and Sinder over the years, that I am sure that they speak for each other, and there is no reason to believe Red was acting without Cinder's consent and knowledge. Whenever I use they or them, it refers to both of them acting as a team.
Which is a good point to add in when you look at, like, you're trying to put something like this out there.
Now, this is the part that I find very interesting. We are trying to label someone else's actions as another person's actions just because they are simply in a relationship or working together. I feel like this is a very dangerous precedent to set And I feel like it's very bad into the content creator space as a whole, due to the fact that organizations like Vshoujo or even OTK are often scrutinized for one member's malpractices being put onto every single action of every single member, which just...
It's not wrong, right? But at the same time, it's kind of just the way it is. I'm a big sports fan. I'm going to use the Shedeur Sanders thing. The Browns are kind of now in this media circus, and you feel bad for someone like Dylan Gabriel, the other quarterback that was drafted. You feel bad for someone like Cam Ward because the whole Shedeur Sanders thing hijacked the entire NFL draft. So it's like, hey, it sucks that this one thing hijacked everything and made it all about them. And it might not be, but at the same time, you kind of have to look at everything through, like, rose-colored glasses.
Isn't true. As well as a guy who's had some very dysfunctional relationships. I promise you, a lot of people go rogue and do shit behind your back that people can be unaware of at all times. And I think assuming this without proof is a very dangerous thing to do. However, maybe there's something down the road that will prove to me that it was very much premeditated. English not being my first language and the language barrier, I discuss the situation, my feelings and thoughts with native English speakers who help me put those into words so everything is clear without any misunderstandings due to lack of English skills.
Smart thing to do, because, you do not want to throw a lot of things into like, Google Translate and let that thing fix it for you.
Note, any names that are censored here are censored because the creator in question did not provide consent to have their name revealed by the time of me posting this document.
Smart.
Slandering other creators. I will start with screenshots showing them speak ill of other creators and spreading rumors while manipulating me. That's all in our best interest. In addition to spreading ill rumors, they also complained and accused Bao of giving their editor too much work, resulting in the editor not having any time for new clients, which will be important later on. The screenshots below...
Okay, like I said, I don't have an editor. I do everything in-house because, as you see in this channel, as of time recording, I think has 20 subscribers. My main channel has 925 subscribers. I'm not putting out like a ton of work. Like all this stuff takes me I do like batch recordings, like my football videos that I put out for the main channel. Part 1 through 4 are all going to be worked and edited today. So it's not like I need a ton of things I need to edit, and also, I don't have money to pay people. But if you're an editor and someone's constantly giving you more and more work, isn't that a good thing? And if it's too much, could you not be like, hey, you either need to bring in another editor because I can't handle the workload, or be like, hey, I want more clients with a smaller load. That's what she said. Like, hey, let me get someone like the idiot who does football videos. I can pump out his 5 videos real quick. This guy's 5 videos real quick. Kind of be like, hey, I'm gonna lose a job that's paying me $2,000 an hour that I can barely keep up with, but I take on 3 jobs that are paying me, $8,000 or $800.
Below show them showing their affection and appreciation immediately following, spreading rumors and lies to make other clients appear problematic, to manipulate any future decision regarding commissions. Bao, I'm very familiar with Bao. I was pretty close with Bao back in the day. With her and Vienna were part-time streamers. I encouraged them to become full-time streamers and kind of try to provide them guidance on anything they needed. We did a Phasmophobia collab probably back in 2022, back when I was living in Canada. It was very good. I've hung out with her many times in real life. Bao is, in my experience, very fun to be around. A little bit chaotic, a little bit crazy. She had some 4chan drama that I heard of, but I never looked into too much because I don't like looking into drama involving my friends or people that at least I like. I don't care if Bao likes me back anymore. I don't care. She's a VTuber. I understand that it's very bad for every VTuber to even pretend to like me, even when they do or do not. So I don't hold it against anybody, to be honest, because I understand the VTubing area is very cutthroat, it's very backstabby.
My man, take a breath, goddamn.
And I understand if any VTuber were to say, oh, I actually like Techie quite a bit, it would be career suicide. And to be completely honest, I've encouraged many VTubers to just not associate with me publicly. Because...
that's one thing I'm never going to do. I don't care if it's going to hurt my career or not. I could never take off, and I'll be perfectly content with that. I'm never just going to be like, I do not like this person just to help me grow. No, the way I act here is not that much different from the way I act in real life.
It'll fuck their career because the internet is retarded and they think I'm a horrible person, even though now everybody knows the truth. I didn't do anything fucking wrong, and who cares? I'm not really desperate to be in a part of a VTuber collab anyways, and I'm sure at TwitchCon we'll still hang out and get drunk. Nanolith says, of course, I wanted to understand it better, especially if I canceled her for the second time. Well, this is obviously Nanolith, this is obviously redacted. Well, with blank, she's given a lot of bias and priority at GS, Gamersubs, sometimes over Sinder, and we can't really confront them about it, and plus she's gone 3D lately. Bao has been getting on our nerves for a while. She hijacked our YouTube editor a while ago and is constantly picking up artists that we work with. We've gotten to know her better, being friends with her, but she really rubs us the wrong way with the things she does. We wanted to try and safeguard our most important...
See, in that comment above with that they, them, this person here, redacted, is using the word us.
Artist from her. She's already taken our editor. Now, I'm going to be real. This right here, this is very common VTuber drama. I know other, maybe 5, 6 other VTubers who have stopped being friends with one another because someone's hijacking their fucking deal, someone's hijacking their editors, someone's sabotaging their debut by having a design that's a little bit too similar. Yes, it's very petty drama. However, to act like this is only in the existence of Sinder is a little bit fraudulent.
I plan on, realistically, if I make money off this, getting like 1-ish model made, ever. 1.
And I've seen this happen to many other VTubers. However, that hasn't come to the light yet. And it probably never will, because VTubers will try at everything to never let any of their issues come to light, because the moment you get any drama, it is what it is. So far, I'm not really seeing anything crazy so far. Yeah, this is just typical petty-ass bullshit.
See, also, I like the fact that I'm doing a reaction to this because I'm dyslexic as all hell, and I don't feel like reading. Having someone read to me is much better for me to understand.
So yeah, I don't think petty's being a crime, but let's keep going here. We wanted to try and safeguard our most important artist from her since she's already taken our editor, and I don't mean taken like he doesn't work with us anymore, he does, but he has to dedicate time for her now, and sometimes that gets in the way of our projects. Okay, that's just, okay, we're just getting to the part where we're just getting like really fucking petty. Okay, gotcha. This redacted guy.
Yeah, I mean, like that, like what? Hey, look, there's an editor. I gave him work. I have to pay for him. And they're like, oh, he cannot work on our project. The editor's probably like, yes, Bao, keep sending me more work. Keep giving me money.
It really seems like a very, very, very petty motherfucker. Okay, also, one of Bao's MB editors is the one that did Boss Rush MB, and we're 99% sure she told him to do not anymore with us. Speculation. We don't know the whole truth. But, like, model art is the most important thing, and that's the VTuber's entire image. If Bao can provide proof that she never asked them to do that, that would also completely obliterate Redacted's case and make him seem even more like a fucking psycho. Well, we love working with you, Sinder. Wouldn't be Sinder without Nano. Okay, but, like, let me tell you the tea about the MV thing. Bao had original songs last year that had MVs as her editor, and the songs flopped. Her editor met us at TwitchCon, was saying that he'd love to work with us, practically jumping through hoops to get something planned. We managed to have some squeeze the Boss Rush MV between his work with Bao. He says he loved working on it, super excited with the most important next MV project. Boss Rush song Blow Up, and he's credited as the editor. I asked him when he's ready to do the next project. All of a sudden, he changed his mind, and the only one working with Bao going forward, no explanation. Monka. There's some content.
Yeah, but that's all hearsay.
We know Bao behind the scenes, but basically we don't have an MV editor now for our next Boss Rush project. We think Bao got pissed at the editor, did an original song MV for a friend without knowing, did it 100 times better than the original songs last year that she locked him in with. No one else could work with him. And then he could make it public on Twitter that he was only working with her going forward, like a literal announcement tweet. And now she's been barking up the tree of one of our live 2D animators, so like, and you, and a nano model. Yeah, looking for me sounds sus for sure. It's so annoying, I don't know, man. Oh. She has a way of guilt-tripping people to get her way. All right. I could see how if Redacted thought all this was true, it could be pretty bad. However, if this is going off of just a gut feeling, this is very dangerous. I think
yeah, about to say, if he has no proof of this, this is pretty much trying to destroy somebody's career with things to say, because this could spread like wildfire.
Al could do a great job of just providing screenshots of the conversations he had with the aforementioned parties to really clear her name of this shit. Should be pretty easy if it's on Discord DMs. However, it could be on call, could be on TwitchCon, we don't know. But obviously, this is a pretty shitty thing to accuse somebody of without any proof, especially to someone who Bao's trying to work with. Red asked me to cancel one of their closest friends, Bao, by asking me to cancel my work mid-progress, manipulating me to think it was okay since she has...
Huh?
Or ad. I'm not blaming you for having ads. This is an hour, 40-minute video.
She'll be fine anyways, so I wouldn't feel guilty about it, worried too much, and it was upsetting to me that Red conned me, so specifically checking in on me canceling a model I had planned with Bao. Did you cancel models? I did not. Nano arc delayed to 2026. I'm scared to cancel with Bao. You shouldn't be. She has so many connections, so find someone super fast. Did you already design her outfit? I remember her showing us to us at WeebCon. Yeah, I can give her the design for free as an apology gift. Okay, that's really scummy. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, now we're 12 minutes in. Great. We're starting to see the scummy nature come through. This is obviously not.
Yeah, if this person's doing an edit, like a model thing for Bao, and Bao's more or less trying to work with her and pay her, them, I don't know, female. This is just hurting her pocket.
Not a good fucking look. Obviously, we're getting levels of pettiness that's fucking ridiculous, and also sabotaging another person's career. I feel like it's fucking outrageous. So this is getting worse and worse for Redacted. And the only thing that I'm not seeing yet is any proof that Sinder was involved in this whatsoever.
Outside the point where he says us, yeah, I kind of agree.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see that. I am waiting to see that. Okay. In the messages below, they mentioned wanting an exclusivity contract, but they didn't want to pay for the exclusivity. That's fucking insane. But rather than when a worker from their blacklist comes just asking for a commission, they would guarantee me model work for Sinder only, and if anyone asked me for commission, they commissioned me instead to compensate me for not working with other creators. This felt very strange, given that one of the accusations they made was overworking their editor, yet their solution to me working with other creators was for them to basically overwork me to keep me from working on other projects. The messages below show that their primary concern is that the more non-Sinder models I make, the less valuable my existing models become. It's hard to see how much this messes with my mind as an artist by working with other people.
Christ, like if you're a VTuber person who thinks you can get a VTuber, come up with the idea of your own goddamn model. Like I don't have them like loaded up. I can easily, like I have. This guy is my plushie based off the logo my buddy originally drawn. The thing next to it was a thing I threw into a random image generator. I will gladly work with somebody to fuse these two concepts into one legit model and work with. Now, unfortunately, I have no money, so guess what I'm not doing? I'm not searching that out right now. So, but it's like if I'm going after someone, just gonna say like this person here, Nanolist, and it's like, hey, I did models for Bao, Anomaly, Sayu, Porcelain Maiden, Amber Proxy. I'm like, oh shit, there's a lot of people that want to go to you. Maybe you are worth the money.
I'm somehow making my existing models less special. That's bullshit, by the way. It's a completely fucking nonsensical argument that makes no fucking sense. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter, right? You got to let the artist do whatever's the best for the artist. Following screenshot is them sitting with their blacklist saying, I'm not allowed to work with any new clients or create any new outfits in VTuber 1, specifically in justifying those by saying things that with each model, my art becomes less unique and get less special. Therefore, Sinder will somehow become less special. The idea that my work as an artist and designer is devalued by working with other people is insane and hurtful after realizing what...
Yeah, it's just like I said. If you're someone like, oh shit, they come with the Timberland thing, the producer. The more people that work with them, the better. Like, oh shit, I get to work with that guy.
Taking a deal with them would really mean for both my workload and my mental health. I backed out. I think it's a great call. I think if anybody tries to monopolize you without proper compensation, without you wanting to do that, that's fucking ridiculous. Yeah. Now, I will 100% admit, I had an editor called Tracho, and I paid them fucking ridiculously. I'm talking like 8-9 grand a month for maybe like 20 hours of work a week.
That is a fair deal. Holy crap.
Right? Maybe that. And I'll admit, when they took other clients to work with, it obviously fucking sucked. Because like, the reason why I was paying them so much is because I did want them to be exclusive. But rather than just say, fuck you, you're going to do what I want, I said, all right, man, well then, I need someone who can dedicate more of their time to me so we can just go our separate ways. And it was...
Or you can do, I'm not sure what this whole thing is. I would be like, hey, dude, how much are they paying you? That much. I'm paying you more. I just want to be priority one. So unless you're like midway through a project, say if I send him a video, say if I send him this video, said, hey, edit this so it looks better. And be like, are you like, all right, cool. I'm working on something for this person here. Once I get done with this one, I'll edit yours. Like, that's all I would ever want.
Perfectly fine. He got two other creators, and it worked out great. But you can't forcibly monopolize someone, right? If you want to dedicated work, you got to make...
Living with opioid.
Yeah, like I said. I'd be like, hey, dude, I'm paying you the most. I want my stuff done as fast as possible. Oh, you're in the middle of editing and working on this project? Cool. Make mine next in queue.
That it's in both people's interest. I would never, ever try to get someone to do that against their own wants and needs, right? And now I have an editor that just says, yeah, I just like editing for you. And that works better because, obviously things are very sporadic. However, I pay my editors quite fucking handsomely. Yeah. And I also really like giving them a profit share of what I have to do what I need them to do. That way, when I do good, we both do good, which is great. Let's keep going here.
I kind of like how the boys have their editors pop up in videos, and also they have like their own little logos, like little cartoon characters pop up and they'll say stuff in the videos.
If we wanted to have some kind of model exclusivity, what would you need to make that sustainable for you? Okay, that's a fair question to ask. That's a very fair question. I think that's completely fair. Maybe you can share one of your ideas and I can check what I think. Okay, so I got some ideas for this. I was driving. What are you thinking? So ask for help from my friends. They don't know it's you. Don't worry. A monthly fee, calculating my monthly earnings. Also, how long will this be? And if this counts for models I already worked on. Well, I think the main things we're looking for are you to not take on any brand new model clients and to not make any new model outfits with blank again. You'd still be able to work on models' outfits with all of your existing labels or with all of your existing babies, and your artwork comps wouldn't be affected. One of our concerns is that more nano babies means nano models don't have the same value anymore. And second is that there's a few people that we would just rather not be able to have a model from you. Maybe not any new babies at all. The reason why I brought this up is that there's been a lot of bias with another one of our partners with certain creators, and we'd rather these creators not have what makes Cinders unique, which is your artwork.
That is not good. That's like basically saying, like, hey, we want to control who you work for, work with.
Oh man. Yeah.
Anyone who, I see this chat popping up, they're like, babies. Yeah, if you're an artist, some of the things you work on is your babies. Check out the pink hair chick from My Hero Academia with all her inventions.
So obviously VTuber culture's kind of cringe. They call your VTube rigger and creator your mother or father. And
I will never do that. You're the artist I pay for. Thank you for your work. But at the same time, that artist is currently me.
And they call the
Hence why my model's so basic.
rig that they make their babies, right? So it's a little bit cringe, but that's just kind of to be known in VTubing culture. It is what it is. What about we can pay blank for you and you don't have to discount from next payment, and we'll continue giving you lots of models to work with, I think for this year right now. But you don't work with blank, or blank at all again.
Oh, that's 3 people. That's basically 4 people that they're telling this person you can't work with if you do this deal with us.
Models or art. I don't think you've ever done anything with blank or blank before. We also have another Gamers Hub label for you, the AFK. Is there any way to add a little bit more blank, still ask for art every now and then? We could do it like when blank asks for art, you'd tell her no and then tell us to buy another art piece. Like, so you still get a job from it. Yeah. I don't know who blank is, but they really fucked up, guys.
Yeah, like I said, I hate the idea of anyone being able, like, if this somehow mythically takes off and I'm working with, like, 2 other people, I'm like, hey, I'm going to chance to go hang out with Brandon Herrera, Donut Operator, and those guys. Like, what? No. You can't go work with you can't do stuff with the gun tubers. They're weird. And I'm like, no, I'm going to do what I want in my life.
This is...
Like, that's why I'm never going to sign with a group. I'm gonna, if I even create one.
Reaching critical levels. This is reaching critical levels of pettiness. No blanks. This made my stomach drop to read. It makes me very sad to have to do things that come out like this. Sending Nano and Bao so much love. What about we can pay Komori for you and you don't have the discount from the next payment. We'll continue giving you lots of models to work with. You don't...
When other people who have the same screenshots tell you,
work with Bao, Cotton, or blank at all again. It was about Bao and Cotton. I will also say, Cotton is one of the nicest VTubers I've ever met in my...
Don't know Cotton, so can't say anything.
My entire life. I think Cotton is fucking awesome. A absolute joy to interact with. So that's a fucking shame. Jesus. I wonder why the animosity towards Bao and Cotton.
Bao's beloved.
That is so interesting. So this is getting worse. This is getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, screenshots are a bitch.
Once again, I think we can confirm that Redacted, at this point, isn't really in that good of a spot. Pretty stinky, guys. Pretty fucking stinky. Let's keep going here. Another example of speaking ill other creators after I was working with Shy Lily, trying to once make the idea of working with other clients seem like I am setting myself up with problematic people who will do me no good in the long run to get me to reconsider working with them. They also continuously kept asking about my other clients' plans, which for them made the antenna go up, and immediately went into slandering Lily. I do not tolerate Lily slander ever. She is as sweet as a gumdrop.
Don't know Lily, can't make judgment calls. I don't know any of these people. I've seen about her. She seems a little sporadic at times, but seems like a nice person.
They consistently try to reassure me that despite their best efforts, they just happen to keep trying to bring drama in as reasons for me to go exclusive, and that working with only Sinder is them trying to look out for me. Hey Nano, do you have any more plans with Lily besides just the model? Like outfits or merch or anything? Been just the model so far, okay? Her asking you for a model recently just made the antenna go up. She's been acting weird towards Sinder lately. We don't know if anything's going on. Oh, that's weird. Ever since after V-Card launched, what do you consider weird? Lately dipping out of collabs they were both a part of last minute, and now ghosting her messages. Cinder's rated her a couple times in the past week, and Lily won't acknowledge Sinder by name.
Maybe there's something going on behind the scenes, like Cinder may or may not have said something to this Shy Lily person, and that she's just like, you know what, if I don't have to, I'm not dealing with them.
Just like pretty weird stuff, I don't know. That's super weird, they both share the same store. Around V-Card's launch, they were talking and collabing, and I don't know what happened, but her asking you for a model after that was just weird, even though she said she doesn't plan on getting a new model anytime soon. Cinder Omega Lol.
See, like I said, don't know why people do like 16 billion models, but if you're like, hey, not doing one soon, but if I can get one in the pipeline, gives you plenty of time to work on it and do people to kind of like just go this way instead of this. It makes sense.
I don't know. Hate that we keep bringing you into drama, Pepe Hands. Yeah, I thought it was quite early to go for a new model. Blank looked a bit menacing, so I don't talk to her. Feels like we're going to have to compete with Lily if she's ghosting Cinder and she wants the same model mama. Jesus. The idea that they need to stay informed and gauge competition is extremely upsetting and toxic to me. The competition they're referring to are people that I thought they considered friends who always helped and supported the platform Cinder. When I pushed back, the immediate response was blaming the other creators, implying they initiated it by trying to work with me, that somehow just by their actions, they imply Lily ignored Cinder when she spent over a minute thanking the raid, which you can see in this clip.
Oh, there's video evidence too? Oh, God.
Brother brought receipts?
Ignore what you just saw.
One, this person's in active combat. Active combat, like...
Okay. Ooh! Oh my goodness! Hello! Oh! Hello, Raiders! Hello! I am playing Berserker. It's called The Last Berserker?
That game looks amazing. But also, if you're in mid-combat, I'm not looking up to see who raided me.
We were sponsored, but the game was really fun, so I just kept playing for
It's
like
a good-ass game.
a million more hours.
I plan on playing this very soon.
Hello, everyone! Hello! The Pyropop raid! Hello, Pyropops! What did you guys do? I am low-key addicted. I usually... Okay, so most people know me for my gacha addiction, but I really like Souls-like games and similar mechanically challenged games. This game feels like a really cool...
Listen, I don't know what the game is, but it looks amazing. The combat looked fluid. If it has a plausibility to play it with a controller, I'd be happy.
A Cobblemon. Oh shit, I wanna play Cobblemon too. That's sick. What does rating mean? Okay, so usually it's... have you been on Twitch for a while? It used to be hosting. Well, it isn't really hosting. Like, rating is basically throwing someone's community into someone else's chat. You know? It used to be the host feature back in the days, except when hosting, you kind of... we're more or less forced offline. But when raiding, you can technically stay online and go back online, but people just use it as the host feature, as the replacement for the host feature that was discontinued.
I'm gonna try to get full context.
Cobblemon for 7 fucking hours. You know what? That's based as fuck. I get it. I get it. Let me just go kill this one. This one is tough. He's so fast.
Also, that person dodged a lot. I think I'm gonna do like half hour of his video in parts. So I don't know how many parts it's gonna be.
I think you're retarded if you get so upset.
Oh, he used the R word. People are not gonna be happy with that one. 2 ads. Oh, bow. Skip. Thank you.
That they just didn't say your name, but thanked you and your community for the raid. Straight up. Straight up. Like, you're just reaching so hard at that point, man. Straight up. You are reaching so hard. Like, she acknowledged the raid. She acknowledged literally the pyro pops. You think that, bro, I've even raided Shy Lily, and she goes, Eggy Raid! Thank you so much! Thank you. Hello, little Eggies. How was the stream? Like, bro, she didn't thank me for my raid properly enough. This is bullshit, man.
Anyone who raised me, thank you. If I don't have time to say it, thank you.
What the fuck? They didn't say thank you good enough. Jesus Christ. I mean, this is reaching critical levels of delusion right here. Let's keep going here. And also, let's just be completely real. Let's say Shy Lily did have a problem with Sinder, and she didn't want to say the name. She has every right to do so. Who cares?
Yep.
Straight up.
Yep.
Like, the fuck? Like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Is this JD Vance? Where's my thank you? Like, this is crazy, bro. Once again, I have not seen anything directly tying into Sinder at all.
Yeah, but if you're speaking as the manager and the advocate, it almost kind of gets sucked in.
So, let's keep going here. Real, is it just Sinder and Blank you've been doing continuous model outfits for? That name is probably Bao, because the blank is so small. We'll have the demon update list. Final arcade reference for you soon, as referenced. I think it is an outfit for Blank Plan 2. Also forgot Blank. Also for Blank got nothing new. She always comes up with something. Do you know who's rigging Lily's model? Gonna be Blank. Thanks, Nano. Sorry for all the questions. She's got to stay informed, especially when it comes to our top artists. Never a break. Don't worry. If the stress is too much with the side of things, it's bad for balding. Okay. Well,
Sounds like this is probably a guy.
Okay. So I am name dropping this document. Great. I'm going to go bald now. I'll keep it a little loop about anything else going on with that. The balding? No, you fool. Just stupid drama. Got to stay competitive even when we shouldn't have to. Also, your profile picture seems like a guy with a mustache. Don't go too far on the competitiveness. It can get bad. Got to chill sometimes. Hey, it's not us caught. We aren't the ones getting a model from the artist of the other GamerSup's owner out of the blue and ghosting them and refusing to acknowledge them.
Oh, this is just bad. This is getting bad. Holy crap.
Brother, she literally said Pyro Pup. How is that not acknowledging them? Like, legit. If someone were to say Eggy Raid, it's fine. Pyro Pup Raid, who cares? Roach Raid, who cares? Guys, okay, let me ask you a question. We're going to do a little bit of Q&A.
All right, we're going to pause right there. That's going to be the end of part 1, good sir. And holy crap. I'm just going to do this reaction to this. I don't know if this is going to get a lot of views or whatnot, but just for the fact that this is real world drama. I hate fake TV show drama, but holy crap. This is like a good warning for me and anybody else who's looking into doing VTubing that really, like, figure out who you're working with. Like, don't just go, like, I want to work with this person because they're a massive star. Kind of figure out if they're a decent person or not off camera. And like if you're working with someone like, hey, don't work with that Celtic scarecrow guy because he's weird and right leaning. And then you come to me and be like, hey, I'm working with blank, and I'm like, cool, whatever. I'm like, hey, how's the project going on for me? And they're like, oh, not bad. It might take me a bit longer because I'm also picked up project for this person. I'm like, oh, the weird left leaning person? Yeah, cool. Make your money. That should give you an idea of where people stand. But that is it. Part 2 will come out today. Like, I'm not sure how many parts are coming out today because I'm pausing and adding a lot of context. Like, so far we only watched 26 minutes of this thing, and this thing's over 50 minutes long. So that's it. That's all I have. I'll see you weird people later.